Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is LaughingStock, and you are watching the Dota2 Boston Major Open Qualifiers. This is round one for North America, and it is, of course, hosted by Faceit. Thank you all for watching. Anyone who is watching, you're awesome. I know how much you love me and support me, and yada, 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 yada. Anyways, I will just be finding some games on here to cast throughout the day as the matches continue on
Radiant crew pick
into the sunset. Right now we have DaSixGaming versus Hodgepodge. As we know, Faceit does that thing where they allow people to join randomly, and it looks like this is one of those random ones that we got going on here. So, for right now, let's go through all the bans and picks. DaSix started out with, let's see, Void and Kunkka's bans. Both are very respectable bans. The randos on the Radiant start off with Morphling Drow. Again, Morphling, very powerful hero. And Drow just makes for easy push strats. So you want to get her out of the way as quickly as possible. After those bans, DaSix picked up Shadow Demon Timbersaw. Interesting opening because it allows for a lot of possibilities on their side. And then the randos on the Radiant start off with Oracle and Slardar. A nice, powerful 1-2 combo. Slardar obviously has a lot of utility with the stun, the damage capabilities. And then, of course, there's the amplified damage with his ultimate, which is pretty powerful. And then Oracle, just an all-around powerful support at the current point in this meta. We then had bans on Huskar and Lion. Obviously, Huskar with an Oracle, not something you want to have to deal with. And the follow-up stun capabilities of Lion with the Oracle-Slardar combination would have made it nearly impossible to survive engagement. So it's a couple of really good bans coming out from DaSix. The Radiant had Crystal Maiden and Invoker bans. Now, I'm a little surprised by not trying to ban any of the illusion-based carry heroes out here, like a Luna or other hero that I can't think of right now off the top of my head. Terrorblade, thank you. Wow, that was bad. You know, because typically with Shadow Demon, the best combo is that or Mirana, you know, a good setup for the arrow, although that's a bit of an old school combo. But instead they picked the Rubik. You think they got to look for mid and carry now. So, I mean, or go for the Axe. All right, so they've got Axe. Axe is going to be really good about getting into the back lines because you got an Oracle and a Bane that you're going to try and deal with. I am not sure about the Ursa ban. I don't think that was even a consideration on the side of DaSix. So interesting ban there. But DaSix now looking for their 5th ban. What do we got going on the Radiant? They're going to plan out a mid player that's very powerful and Tinker. Not a bad pick on their part to ban. They're looking for their mid player unless Timber decides to go mid this game. So I'm kind of waiting to see what they choose to do in this current setup. So we've got Timber is probably going, well, Timber and Axe. Timber might go safe lane solo and then send Axe, Rubik, Shadow Demon bot. That'd be a lot of harass, a lot of damage output, but I don't know if their try versus try is going to be better than Oracle, Bane, Slardar, or whichever try that the Radiant end up doing. But they're looking for a mid hero that matches up with all of these. I mean, Quap might not be a bad pick. You've got a lot of disable and natural damage, and Quap just kind of helps that, although that does limit you on physical damage output. So you need someone who's a more consistent, like, right-click heavy damage dealer at this point, in my opinion. Drow is banned, so Drow's not banned. And there's Luna. Yeah, I mean, I guess that means that the Timber is going to go mid, and then Axe off lane, Luna safe lane with the Shadow Demon. You kind of saw that coming. I just wasn't sure if they were going to send Timber mid or not. And of course, you could have banned Luna instead of Ursa, and I think that would have been a better ban on the side of the Radiant.
10 seconds remain.
Now, for the Radiant, we're looking for a 5th hero.
5 seconds
Looks like we're looking for a mid hero that's going to have some impact with this team. Actually, Quap would be a good pick here. Quap would be a really good pick for the Radiant, in my opinion, because you've got a lot of your slow is going to be powerful. Your ultimate can kind of cut through the Timbersaw because his reactive armor is a physical defense only. So we'll take a look and we'll see what's going on here. Trying to think of who else would be a good fit. You could do Storm Spirit. Personally, I'm not as big of a fan of Storm Spirit in this lineup, but it is a good hero that's going to be that counteracting force against their team, because Anti-Mage is going to take a little bit to come online, and he can be a damage dealer early and often. So we got the people picking their heroes, picking their strats. They're going to be coming in pretty soon into the fight, and let's get underway. So this is a round of 256, I believe, or round of 512, sorry. One of the two. I don't honestly know. Let's take a look, actually, shall we, while we're waiting for this. Sorry about the Alright, it's going to be a long game if I keep yawning like that. Let's see. DSG, DSG, DSG. Well, to be frank, I'm not really going to know what round it is. I just know that it's a game that's going on. So let's get back into it. We got some movement happening as they're getting ready to fight for those all-important runes. That is a crazy get-up on the Draconi over here on Bane. I guess that's kind of what happens
30 seconds
with items these days. So we got Road to 2K MMR from DotaMix.com is playing the Oracle. You've got Tendo playing the Anti-Mage Draconi on Bane. Zix? Thog? I'm going to call him Thog, because it looks like the other letters are just kind of a before and after. He's playing on the Storm Spirit. Hardcore is playing on the Slardar. Drago is going to be on your Timbersaw. Parent, oh my god! Just were they asleep at the wheel? What was that? They had the setup to come in and try and take someone out, and they just kind of stood there. Not a good start for them. Both bounty runes go on the side of the Radiant. But you got Parent on the Rubik, you've got Logan on the Luna, and then down bot we're going to see another Logan. Do they legitimately have two Logans? Are you kidding me? They have two Logans. Oh, I love life. Alright, so we've got two Logans on the team, so I'm just going to have to find a way to work out between them. And then Axe will be played by a Mode. Oh my. Logan is actually going to be in some trouble. There's this Nightmare. Axe is not even coming. 2K MMR is going to start throwing some damage. Logan's going to try and run to the trees. He pops a salve. Now the healing factor actually from this Oracle is going to get him back up close to full. Now Axe comes into the fray. He's going to drop the Battle Lust. Or sorry, the Battle Hunger. And down goes 2K MMR. Yeah, you can't really find him in the trees, and that healing factor actually brought Shadow Demon back up to full health, so not a great start lane-wise for the Radiant. And this Axe is going to make life pretty difficult for Anti-Mage to get the farm that he really wants. Up top, Slardar is down to half health. He's going to have a tough time against the dual range of Rubik and Luna. I don't know exactly how he's going to get what he needs to get. And in mid, you got an interesting matchup with Storm versus Drago. Storm's remnants are going to kind of tear through Drago, but I have a feeling that if he's not careful, Drago does have the potential to kill him later in the game. Now, Axe is starting to cause some damage onto Draconi. Draconi doing his best to harass the Axe, but obviously, Axe goes offlane a lot for a reason. 2K trying to go in there and get some harassment, pushing back a little bit while the AM farms. Speaking of farm, the leader in farm right now is this Luna, sitting at 11-3, going up against the 4-0 of the Slardar in this lane. Pretty easy lane for her. Timbersaw having his way in the mid lane. This is a rough lane so far for Thog. He's just not really able to stop the Timbersaw. Sleep does go on 2K MMR because he auto-attacked someone who had it on there. He's going to be in some serious trouble. He's got the Battle Hunger. He's got the waves coming. Tendo. Well, when you see that blink, oh no, Tendo better be careful. He doesn't have a blink yet. He's going to go down. No, he popped. There we go. Fairy Fire kept him alive a little bit. One more last hit from Axe took him. Now Axe is being chased by Draconi. 2K Mamara drops another Purifying Flames, but here's a problem. When you don't kill him with the Purifying Flames, he's going to heal. 2K MMR is going to go down with another right click to Shadow Demon. And the healing factor from all of those Purifying Flames actually brings him immediately back up to 250 health. This is not... I don't think you typically want to go harass Purifying Flames early for that very reason. It doesn't do a lot of damage. We're looking at only about 90 damage per hit, and then it instantly starts regenerating 11 health a second. So some poor choices on the casting of Purifying Flames down here. Storm in mid having a bit of a hard time not dying. It's 17 and 2-8 for the Timber. I mean, he's getting his farm, but just not what he necessarily wants in terms of his health. He's probably afraid he's going to die at any second. Hardcore having a, 9-0, not a bad off lane when you're solo versus a dual range. Luna is just free farming though. 23 and 4 so far, and the anti-mage is falling a little bit behind, 11 and 2. I mean, it's a tough lane so far. There's been a lot of battles going on, and really the battles have been decidedly getting won by DSG. Now Drago's taking some damage. Pierce Thog is going to try and chase him, but thinks better of it because he doesn't have any mana. Where's the chain? He's going to go for the chain, and Thog immediately runs away from the trees. Thog is trying to live, and he's going to make it out. Meanwhile, Anti-Mage took some heavy harass. He's going to back off for a little bit. Axe doing what Axe does, causing massive problems for offline melee carries. And it does look like Thog is going to end up going back to base now. Rough lane for him to start. Not what you wanted to see from that mid Storm Spirit. Tendo is he's picking up the pace a little bit. Still pretty far behind the Luna at this point. Oh no, there's the disruption. Here's the call. The call was too early. Oh, Moni screwed that one up. Amini? I don't know how you pronounce that name. We did get finally a cast of the Fortune's End from 2K to try and stop anything untoward from happening up top. Hardcore taking some rest. He's going to be in trouble. There's the Lucent Beam. One more auto attack. Perrin is going to die, but the tower might take him out. The auto attack is not enough to kill him, and the tower gets him down low. If Storm was paying attention, that's a free kill top, although Storm does not have his ultimate, so I don't know that he would have gotten there in time. Perrin almost took out Slardar from this Hardcore, but Hardcore manages to live. Nice use of sprint to get out of range of a second attack. And Perrin will limp back to base. Well, it looks like he's going to stack on his way back to base, maybe to help out the Luna. Luna picks up the power treads, early power treads in Aquila. Again, free farm going up top. You got to be careful of that one. Tendo not having as successful of a game so far, but is going to do what he can. Timbersaw does finally pick off the Storm Spirit. It looks like Storm probably tried to dive, and Timber used his ult and chain to get him down. Sorry that I missed that one, guys. Like I said, brand new to this, so not going to be the best in the world at this. Now, he does choose to sleep a Mini. Now, Shadow Demon automatically chooses to take the sleep so that Axe can go and cause damage. Logan is going to be in some trouble. One more auto attack. He uses a disruption, which is going to save him for now. Tendo wants the kill. His blink will be up in 2 seconds. There's the Shadow Wave. Storm pops down. One more auto attack should do it for Logan. Logan pops the Fairy Fire. He's going to live. Storm Spear comes in to try and take out the Axe. We got a lot of stuff going down. Axe is finally going to fall, and Bane Draconi gets the Brain Sap for the last hit. Nice teleport in by Storm to pick up a much-needed kill to help him out. And Tendo can now go back to free farming, hopefully, or try to farm. Meanwhile, this... Oh, no. Hardcore's in trouble. Nice use. That was a nice use of his Slithering Crush to get out of there alive, as Logan could not get the last hit. He did have a Lucent Beam up, which would have been the death of Hardcore. So far, the fights are starting to go a little bit more in favor of the Radiant. That last fight was pretty nice. Amini is going to try and come in and cut the wave. You do have 2K there, but joining the fight, Shadow Demon is coming back. He drops a word right there. There's a disruption on there. Amini's not going to miss the call this time. It goes on 2K. 2K going to very quickly drop. He does get the stun off the Fortune's End. Draconi better back, otherwise he's going to be in trouble. Tendo is going to have to run from Amini for a second so that he doesn't get called into something he doesn't want. Hardcore teleports in under the creeps. Tries to sprint up. He does not have any kind of way to catch up with them right now. He throws the amplified damage on Logan. Is going to get there in time for the Slithering Crush. He's just going to go, okay, not necessarily the best played. Now we have disruption going on Draconi. Draconi is going to get called. Rubik teleports in. The last hit does go to Axe. And all this time, Timbersaw dove mid on the Storm Spirit. So the Radiant here having a rough go of it so far. It is 2-7 against them. And this whole time, Logan is chilling up here. Farming. He's sitting at 53 and 8. So Timbersaw does pick up a haster. Now Tendo's going to try and get some creep kills while trying to avoid getting murdered by Axe. Axe is going to get stunned by the Fortune's End under the tower. Tendo just looking for that last hit to stop the battle hunger. Now Axe is going to get got on by Thog. Thog actually bring him down really low. The call from Hermione is going to save him for a little bit. There's another. Oh my god. The Purifying Flames are healing him more than he's hurting him. Thog might go down. He's going to try and pop the bottle to get out of there. And he's going to go down. Hermione gets the last kill. This 2K player might actually be 2K. Up top, Logan picks up the kill on Slardar. And Drago is going to try and... He teleports bot. He's going to try and go in on 2K. 2K is going to use his ultimate on himself to borrow time, and he's going to go down. It doesn't matter. Timbersaw gets a kill. Draconi is going to go down. Timbersaw picks up the double kill. He is dominating. Tendo blinks out, but the problem is you've got a Shadow Demon who knows exactly where you are. The disruption. There's a Chakram, the chain. Oh, man. Timber gets a triple kill. This is a disaster, and we have a disconnect from Thog in the open qualifiers. That's just an unfortunate thing. Draconi calls it GG, and I can't imagine that the team is going to do anything other than accept the GG, but I don't know, maybe it got canceled. We'll see.
Tower be under attack.
They're trying to do it. There's 2K MMR trying to call it. I don't know who would be canceling at this point because he's Disco. There it is. Game is over. That was a really rough start. Clearly, DaSix was all over everything that they wanted to do, and the Radiant team, as often happens when you play with a bunch of strangers, had no idea what they were doing as a group. And really, if I had to pick someone, I'd say that Oracle was probably the LVP, the least valuable player of the game. He did not understand how much he was actually helping DaSix with all of those Purifying Flames that weren't getting any kills. But such is life, and DaSix moves on to the next round of the Open Qualifiers. Thank you guys for watching. My name is LaughingStock. I will continue to be casting games if I can throughout the day, so feel free to keep up with me on Twitch. Feel free to subscribe on YouTube. I'll try to load this stuff to YouTube later today. Thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day.